How's it going, you guys? Sorry I haven't made a video in the last, I don't know, a couple days, maybe a week. It's been like really cold here in Oklahoma. And there's been slick spots and stuff like that, so I've had to focus mainly on my driving because I work so far, so I'm having to like watch what I'm doing a lot. Today, it's not too bad. It's a chilly 43 degrees. But it's nice and sunny and stuff, so I don't really have to worry about no slick spots. We haven't had anything. Yesterday, I think there was the possibility of hitting some slick spots, so, because it was like, I don't know, 20 something degrees, so I didn't make one, but I was wanting to come on here and update y'all because I can actually do this today and not have to focus so much on my driving. I know you should always focus on your driving, but I can do this and pay attention to my driving without having to be extra cautious of slick spots because I have so many bridges that I have to hit. There's been a lot of wipeouts, so I just had to focus on my driving, y'all. But I'm back. So I'm gonna update y'all on where we're at. I'm buying our first house, and where we're at right now is buying our first house in the price range that we got pre-qualified for. We haven't found a house that's really like speaking to us right now. So what we did, and some of y'all might disagree, but we paid off some of our debt with our tax returns. So our income to debt ratio is going to look better for our lender, which is always a good thing. When our lease is up with our apartment, we're going to move in with my in-laws, which is my wife's parents, and live there for a little bit and basically try to save as much as my check as possible to come up with more money as a down payment. Because my thought process is, and I haven't talked to our lender, but I'm pretty sure this is what would work, what would happen. If our income to debt ratio looks better and we have more money for a down payment, we'll get qualified for more income or a bigger loan. And if we get qualified for a bigger loan, we'll be able to find the houses in the area that we want a lot easier, because everything in the accidentally covered the lens. That part of the highway is a little rough. Everything that we're finding in our price range, it's either like really small, or it's as is, or it's going to auction. So like it's kind of like, well, fuck, it kind of sucks. But so what we're gonna do is we're postponing our house buying for a while and try to come up with some extra money for a down payment. And we also fixed our income to debt ratio, because we bought a bed and we wanted to pay that off, because that was $100 a week. So we paid that off, so now we have more money to spend, so it won't be that bad. We come up with but anyways, that's what we're planning on doing, is to postpone the house buying for right now. And so we paid off our bed and stuff, but now what we're doing is just saving the tax money, and then our lease ends at the end of April. So when our lease is up, we are going to move in with the in-laws, put our stuff in storage, and set aside as much money as we can for, I don't know, probably a couple months, and come up with a bigger down payment on a house. And that way we can actually find a house that we want. Because we don't really need that much more to find a house that we really want. We only need probably about 20 grand more. In reality, if we don't need that, I would like to try to get qualified for at least $150,000. If we get qualified for $150,000, then I feel like we definitely find the house that we want. So that's our goal. Well, it's my goal. I haven't talked to my wife about this just yet, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, is try and do everything we can to get qualified for up to $150,000. Which I don't think will be that hard to do with my income, if we set it aside and come up with a bigger down payment. And we've also fixed our income to debt ratio, so we should be good. If we do that, I feel like we'll definitely find the house that we want in the area that we want. But other than that, there's not a whole lot going on. We've been having some crazy weather down here, so I've had to focus on driving, because I definitely don't want to wreck my car. And that, just working, trying to take care of business at work. And I'm actually going early because I'm wanting to go talk to my plant superintendent about something, and if that works out, I'll update y'all on here. But for right now, there's not a whole lot going on. We're just trying to, we really have an area and that we want to live in, but everything's going so freaking fast, man. We're having trouble trying to catch up with working and everything. So, but everything we've seen, just, you know, you don't want to rush and buy a house. You want to buy it if the house speaks to you. You know what I mean? Nothing's quite said this is home. So I don't want to rush in and buy a house just because our lease is about to be up. I want to buy one that we're going to be happy with and that we're going to be glad to call home. So it's kind of hard because I mean, like, some houses have been, like, real close, and we're like, ooh. But you gotta kind of keep your options open. You don't want to rush into anything, you know what I mean? Otherwise, you're going to regret your decision. That's not a good place to be. Especially, I think most people lease their house or mortgage their house for like 30 years. It's a long time to be regretting the house that you bought. So, alright, this sand from this semi is hitting my car. That's probably, if you don't mind, have heard that, but it sounded like sand hitting my window. But anyways, I thought I'd get on here and update y'all with where we're at. So right now, there's not going to be a house for a while. We're kind of postponing that to try to come up with a bigger down payment. And we fixed our income to debt ratio a little bit, so it was going to look better to the lender. So I got to call them, talk to them, and see if what we need is a bigger down payment, or if we already increased our loan possibilities to a higher amount. But if you increase your loan, you're going to have to put more money down, because if we use FHA, you got to put, I think it's 3.5% of the total house buying cost. And then we also need to discuss if we want to come up with more money for a down payment and try to come up with closing costs, or just do a down payment and still have the seller do the closing cost. That's what's kind of been slowing us down, is having to get the seller to pay closing costs. Like the one house that we really, really liked, the guy like painted the walls and doing carpeting and stuff like that, and he was like, he probably won't be able to swing both, you know. He's trying to get that stuff all fixed, but he might not be able to swing closing costs with that. So that's kind of what made us be like, alright, we need to just wait, save up more money, and try and figure out where we're going to go from there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's an update on where we're at in the house buying experience and what we've decided to do. And let me know what y'all think down below. Maybe if this weekend's better, I can try to film like an actual vlog of us doing something. But the weather's just been so cold and so like icy and everything that we haven't really done anything. So keep y'all updated. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see y'all in the next one.